Good morning, everybody. It is Sunday morning and it is about 12 degrees outside. And a little bit of a different video format today for the Winterberry project. I'm going to load up the truck with some tools and we're going to head over and we're going to take care of that fire blocking we talked about in the last video. So I'd much rather sit inside and enjoy the warmth of the house today. But if I don't get this done today, then it's going to hold up the insulation coming up this week. So working Sunday it is. So I'm going to load everything in the truck and then we're going to catch you guys over on the job site and we'll pick it up from there. The most important thing for today, the torpedo heater. Biggest part of the problem of just doing a small job on a job site where you have no tools and equipment, making sure you don't forget anything out of your garage when you leave. So I'm sitting here scratching my head making sure I've got all the stuff. I had myself scratching my head, couldn't find my level and my framing hammer. They're both in the back seat of my truck. Kind of makes sense. Catch you up over at the job site. Made it over to the Winterberry project. Gonna unload the truck, jump inside, start putting this together. Just had to bring a few things. Not too terribly much. Saw, nail gun, compressor, heater, nails, hammer, level. And I think that's about it. Another thing I have to do, and I don't know how it's gonna work on here, I need to get the lockbox on here because somebody decided to come to the job site yesterday and leave the garage doors wide open, which isn't the best of things when you have a house full of stuff that you don't want going missing. So I'll figure that out while I'm here too. So I'm gonna get you guys set down. I'm gonna cart everything inside, get some power run up here because we only have an outlet in the basement that's live right now. Get my tools in, get my heater set up, and we're gonna start building. And if you haven't watched the last episode, go back and watch it. But real quick, what I've got to do, I've got to put fire blocking in these stud cavities there and over there. So it should be pretty quick. Almost forgot the most important thing. Hot cup of coffee. All right, we're all set up. Got my little workstation here for the saw. Got my heater going, which is not gonna heat this house, of course. It's just gonna blow a little bit of heat on me while I'm standing right there working. Now, one thing I didn't think about was stopping and grabbing some 2x4s for this project. But I think we got plenty of them laying around on this job site. Seeing is, we have not done a final cleanup after framing, so I'm willing to bet I got a whole bunch of scraps laying around down here and score a whole stack of 2x4s here. Got a whole garbage can full of them there. And again, I only need little cutoffs to fit in between. All right, sweet. The one time I'm actually happy that we didn't clean everything out of the house. I get to use it without going to buy more lumber, which is getting out of control expensive again. I saw yesterday a sheet of Advantech back to $80. That's unbelievable. I remember in like 2019 we were buying Advantech for like 36 bucks a sheet or something around there. Absolutely nuts to be back over 80 again. Hopefully lumber calms down before we start framing another house this year. So what I'm gonna do to start, so I'm not going up and down, putting one board in, then going to cut one. I'm just gonna take all my measurements. I don't need to put any there because the HVAC guys put a fire block in there. So I'm gonna take the rest of my measurements over here, install everything at once, just to try and keep it as streamlined as possible, so I can get my frozen self out of this house and back home to relax for the rest of Super Bowl Sunday, which I don't even watch football, but it's an excuse to not be working maybe and doing something at home. I unfortunately do not take very many days off of work, whether it's from my normal career or being out on sites. So I'm gonna start cutting some stuff, and I'll catch up with you guys as we're doing install. Lost my camera there for a second. Made myself a cut sheet. That way I can cut everything at once. I've got them all marked on the studs where each size goes. That way I can get them done. Set them in their bay, jump on the ladder, nail down, jump inside the room, nail those ones, and rock. My other camera died, so I'm back to the GoPro. Safety first, boys and girls. And I forgot I needed 2x6s. I only went on the hunt for 2x4s for the interior wall. But we've got a wet wall that divides the master and the master suite 2x6. So I gotta go hunt down some 2x6s to cut. Other than that, I got all the 2x4s cut and catch back up. Found enough stuff in the basement, don't have to go to the hardware store. This is the rest of the parts we need to cut. Load them down, drop them off, get the ladder set up, and start installing. I'm going to tell you, it might end up taking longer to set everything up than it is to do the darn job. Boss showed up. This woman, I'm telling you. Problem with doing this after mechanical, plumbing and electrical, you got to go around existing wires. So I got to notch this, then I'll have to fire caulk it up so we don't have that passage through there. Didn't really bring the right tools for this job, so got to do some makeshift. some of these. Trimming around other studs that come in at an angle, and I was wrong. The setup was not faster than the job today. Move you guys into the room, because I got to be inside of there now. I'm probably not going to see anything from out here. I hope this turns out. I had to kind of rig up the camera so I could plug it in at the same time. Don't know how it's going to make it. I think it's time I get a battery-powered nail gun. Not often I'm doing this stuff, but when I do, little jobs like this would be sweet. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys are framers or builders or just anybody who uses a battery-powered nail gun, which ones do you find to work the best? Let me know, because I'd like to buy one. Thank you. Got one more in there that I didn't see when I was laying it out. I thought that was the outside corner. Lost my marbles. It just goes into the shower. So I gotta cut one more piece, get it in there. And then I gotta trim one more on the other side. I thought it would fit from this side, but it doesn't. And I'll get that in there as well. Should be it. Give it one last look over and then we're done. All right, we're all wrapped up. I got a couple things I'm gonna have to come back and do. I'm gonna have to run and get some fire foam because of little things like having existing wires inside of the cavity. I have to foam around that. I'm gonna have to foam around that wire. And then I got one more in here. I had a gang of wires coming through a bay. Inside of that one, I'm going to have to fire foam that there. But you'll see I've got all the blocking in, and there's a way to avoid this blocking. If you were to take a piece of OSB and run it along that wall before you build the coffer and just stop it so it's flush with the bottom of your framing, that'll act as your fire blocks. You don't have to put individual 2x4s in. It's both are easy, but easier to do it while you're framing than once your electrical's already in, that's for sure. So thank you guys for tuning into a slightly different format than you're used to. Do us a favor, smash that thumbs up button to help with the YouTube algorithm. And as always, if you have any questions, put them in the comments below and we'll do our best to get you an answer. If there's any type of content you'd like to see us shoot that's related to building homes, throw that in there as well. And as I told you a couple episodes ago, which if you haven't seen, go back, and this whole project has been documented from start to finish. We're gonna start a small series about the true cost of building this home, down to the penny of what we spent for material, labor, permitting, engineering, architecture, everything that has gone into this project, and we will slowly update it. As soon as we have our last figures in when we finish the home, we'll put a final short recap video together for this is what the total cost was. But we'll start getting you guys some numbers together here soon. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next episode. And like magic, when I finish working, I clean my tools up and threw my garbage away, and I swept the floor. Guys, literally it takes 3 minutes to clean up when you're done working. I know sometimes if you're doing a bigger project, it takes a little bit longer. Just spend the time to clean up when you're done working. It makes everybody's job